Hey everybody, it's your boy, Edwardo Jackson, CEO, founder of Cinema Draft, and the owner of the Blacks in Bitcoin site.com, blacksinbitcoin.com, where everybody's welcome, but I stay black and loving Bitcoin. And it is my pleasure today to introduce a very special guest, near and dear to my heart. She's a longtime hodler, only because I made her. She also is our very first guest, living a very active retired life, all the way from Seattle, Washington. The coin mom herself, it's my mother, Claudette.
Hello, everybody. Good to be on their show, being the first guest and all.
Yes, we're gonna work out the kinks on all of this. My very first guest. Bear with us, Mom. I appreciate it. I was trying to get the applause up there for you, but looks like I need to stop the other music. There we go. Okay. So yes, let's give her a warm welcome. It's the Coin Mom, and of course, I've muted my system. What a disaster for all the podcast listeners. There we go. Clap it up for Mom. She who does not want to be seen. So we're just going to get her a lovely icon face. And actually, we'll probably just keep her off the icons, keep it on me in the meantime. But yes, so please tell us, Mom. Please tell us, how did you get your start with Bitcoin?
I got my start from you, of course.
And what were your first thoughts?
Me, actually.
What were your first thoughts when I came to you with this whole crazy digital, non-touchable, intangible coin idea?
It was a little weird, I have to admit. And you were very enthusiastic. And this was back in 2014, actually, the year that I was getting ready to retire. And you insisted that Bitcoin would be something wonderful one day soon. I was not totally convinced, but you made me buy some, so I bought some.
Yes, I think our first purchases were for like 1/10 of a Bitcoin for about how much was it, Mom? Like $10?
It was very cheap, but I don't think it was that cheap, because I didn't want to sink too much money in it, not knowing having any history behind it. I'm really a very cautious investor, but it turned out to be really shocking to me, actually, the way it has improved and it's gone so high as far as returns are concerned. So
having seen
I'm glad you made me buy it. I'm sorry I didn't get more.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all? So having been a longtime hodler, what do you think of the recent run up and the increased interest in Bitcoin?
I think I'm dreaming, actually. I can't believe it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I did always, warn you or tell you that Bitcoin, could be worth as much as $1 million a coin someday. I mean, we're just living, the prophecy of Satoshi Nakamoto, are we not?
I suppose we are. Well, whatever it is, it's really good.
So what's your current interest in crypto, if at all? Are you looking to buy and hodl more? Are you actually using any cryptocurrency in your daily lives? Are you telling your friends about it? What's your daily interaction with cryptocurrency today?
Well, I keep looking to see how high it's going every so often, and about once a day I take a look to see where it's at. I'm just fascinated with how it improves in value from day to day. It's
do you find any of your friends talking about it? Because it has really, recently dominated the general news landscape.
Yes, some of my friends, the people that say "show me," like they say, the "show me state is Missouri" or whatever. Show me, I'm from Missouri. Well, those are my friends. Now they're not saying that too much. They are really sounding interested in looking into it further and investing, and one or two of them are on fire. So
really, so I might have to have like the Bitcoin version of a Tupperware party when I come home next week. This is how you hodl. This is your paper wallet. This is how you buy your Bitcoin.
I think that you're going to need to do that. Yes.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, thanks for joining us on the podcast, Mom. Feel free to chime in whenever there's a topic that interests you, because we're going to go through some of our favorite segments in this show.
I look forward
And
to that.
yeah, and tackle Bitcoin in the news. That's
Okay.
right. First subject on Bitcoin in the news. Is eBay considering taking Bitcoin? Like for reals? Let me share my screen with this article real quick. So basically, I mean, and it's high time one of these, major e-commerce sites really gets into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, I mean, it's already accepted on Overstock.com. He was an early adopter. He's actually apportioned parts of their revenue into, like, buying and holding Bitcoin, into creating systems easier to buy stuff on Overstock.com. I forget the name of the CEO, but he's really gung-ho about Bitcoin. He's a very interesting individual. But yeah, but it sounds like they're taking a really hard, long look at eBay. And eBay, which I do believe is owned by PayPal, which totally makes sense. PayPal, pretty much the first ones in the digital payment space way back in, was it 96, 97, whatever. And I believe Elon Musk was part of that. So it wouldn't surprise me if they actually get into Bitcoin. They're seriously considering it, they say, but they're not quite there yet. Also in Bitcoin news is the Winklevoss twins. They are they are your first Bitcoin billionaires. Yeah, get an air horn for that. The Winklevi, as noted on the social network, the Winklevi got in early. They took some of their $65 million of Facebook settlement money and took $11 million of that and bought a bunch of Bitcoin at $120 per back in, I think, around 2014 maybe. And they've just kind of held on to their Bitcoin, created business out of it. I found out the other day, Mom. Remember the Gemini Exchange I was telling you about? That is the
Yeah.
Winklevi. The Winklevoss
Really?
twins own Gemini.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, they came really close to getting what's called an ETF, and I think it was electronic trading fund, to make it a lot easier for institutional investors to buy into the Bitcoin space. They came really close, but the SEC shot them down, and so I guess their backup plan was Gemini. They had that waiting to go, and Gemini is one of the exchanges out there, somewhat like Coinbase. It's more trader friendly, and you really can only buy like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, but still, it's where I made a fairly recent purchase, and the fees are low, so I highly recommend Gemini Exchange. And now we know where the money's going to, is to pad their Bitcoin profits. And then also, here's something, another cause for celebration, another air horn. Take a look at this. Oh, well, you know what? Oh man, let me refresh this. Maybe it went back over. Earlier today, overnight, the Bitcoin market cap had cleared 500 billion. That's $500 billion, Mom, of fake digital money. What do you think about that?
Mm, mm. Wow.
$500 billion. That, and now it's dipped under that. It's now at 491 billion. As you can see, there's been some retrenchment in the cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin, which is the largest, the major domo of it all, at only, quote unquote, only 275 billion market cap, is down 6% over the last 24 hours. And as you can see, the Bitcoin dominance is almost 60% at 55.9%. When Bitcoin is down, the whole market's down. But it was a story. It was a story earlier today, Mom, that that cryptocurrency had reached a $500 billion market cap, which is
Wow.
very, very exciting. And that, of course, leads us into the coin count.
Mm.
Yes. This is the Trevon James honorary coin count, where I count my coins and you count your coins, and we all get rich together. That's right. All right, sorry, here we go. Where I count my coins and you count your coins, we all get rich together. Yes, the coin count. I love this. This is actually like my job these days. I'm full blown.
What do
Go
you
ahead.
mean by the coin count?
So basically, I am hodling about 10 different coins. I have a coin portfolio. I'm very proud of. We worked hard on this. Obviously, for obvious reasons, I will not divulge like, my exact holdings, what have you, but I do like counting my coins, because a lot of people now who are jumping into this space are looking to invest in cryptocurrencies because they're offering the best returns out there, right, Mom? I mean, it beats like an IRA these days. I mean, the returns are just silly these days.
Yeah, they are definitely, most definitely.
Now we've heard of some, and I don't know if this is the most responsible behavior, but we've heard of some people who are taking out like second mortgages, doing stuff for the houses, taking out like home equity lines of credit to get more Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And once again,
Wow.
on this show, we are not financial advisors. We do not give financial advice, but and it just depends on what your tolerance for risk is. I mean, it used to be a time in America where you could work a middle class job and have like a pension, a savings, and trust that the people on Wall Street would be good stewards of your money. We are long past that time. So however you do with your money is how you do. I can't hate on you if you are holding Bitcoin or other altcoins, because we all need to get our digital paper. Okay, so let's take a look at this coin count. Let's go back to coin market cap, and I'll count my coins. You can count your coins. In our Trevon James honorary coin count, he of the wildly popular YouTube channel. He likes counting his coins. And you know what? So do I. All right, so we're gonna start with the major domo with Bitcoin. The thrill in the middle. And so basically, we'll take a look over the last 7 days, the 7-day graph. As you can see, a lot of excitement the last 7 days in Bitcoin. We last checked on it at the last taping. We were at about 14,000 per Bitcoin. And now we are actually all the way up to 16,500. So that's a really good move. We actually got as high as 18, almost 19,000 per Bitcoin during a really, really exciting day on December 8th. But it's kind of cooled off. It's, but as is Bitcoin's way, where we start off really hot, or we start off hot, got hotter, and it's fallen some, but it's still fallen above and beyond where it originally was. So that's kind of, I think they call that, Fibonacci retracements or something like that. I'm not very big on technical analysis, but basically we've seen this pattern before, haven't we, Mom? Where Bitcoin gets super hot, it reaches like all-time highs, and it pulls back, but then it still pulls back higher than it originally was.
Yes, most definitely.
You remember 2015, right? I mean, 2015 was a little bearish, but you're down to 250 a coin, but here we are.
Yeah.
So on the week, looks like so on the week, and our overall portfolio, for those who are keeping score at home, we are up to a total of 41% ROI over our last 3 weeks. So yay us! Even despite the 2.6% pullback in the Bitcoin market over the last 24 hours, we still got a nice, healthy, robust coin portfolio. All right. Our next coin is Ripple. What do you know about Ripple, Mom?
Not much.
Well, just know that your son got us in there fairly early. Our first Ripple purchase was at, how much per coin? Was at 23 cents per coin, and it has just been on fire these last couple days. And
wow.
We'll go into Ripple a little bit more. That actually, Ripple is our altcoin of the week. But let's take a look at the chart for Ripple real quick.
Every time you say Ripple, I think of that cheap wine.
Sham Ripple, Sham Pipple, that Ripple. Yes. Look at this chart. This chart's crazy. So it starts off here. It's all nice and minding its own business at 23 cents each. And then boom, look at it. It went up to as high as, how high is that? To as high as about 48, 49, 50 cents each. And now it looks like it's down to about 47 cents a Ripple. Yeah, it's on fire. It's I'm glad we got in. I actually picked up some more like the day before it went off on its huge spike right here. So yeah, we're looking good with Ripple, and that's actually given us some of our best gains over the last 2 days. 44% the day before, and then 36% yesterday. So really good gains on Ripple. We like us some Ripple.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, yay, Ripple. All right, our next coin is Dash, and Dash also is just it's on a bender. It's drunk. Go home, Dash, you're drunk. What is Dash doing? Dash is only up. There we go. Dash is only, well, down 1% over the last, I think think it's the last day, but Dash has gone. Look at the 7-day chart. Dash has gone from 694 just last week at this time, 694 up to $886. That's crazy. That's like a 30% gain in its overall price. That's been Dash is blowing up, and you know what? I think its time has come, because I remember telling you about Dash, and I think I might even sent you a video or two from the Dash lady, Amanda Johnson, because I was like, I get this, I understand this. They're gonna make it super easy for people to send money privately. Do you have any thoughts on Dash?
Not really. I just wondered where it came from, because you hadn't mentioned it initially, and now it's all on fire. That's amazing.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. We first got into Dash 3 weeks ago at 449 per coin. So this sucker has nearly doubled in value in the 3 weeks we've got into it. That's cryptocurrency at its finest. All right, so let's take a look at Litecoin, the digital silver to Bitcoin's digital gold. And Litecoin also, Litecoin's drunk. Go home, Litecoin, you're drunk. Check out the 7-day chart. It is a sight to behold. It started off in $99.55 7 days ago. $99.55. Mom, today it is at $300.97.
Wow. Wow.
Bananas. It's crazy. It's crazy talk.
Whoa, John said that, bird.
Damn straight. What's going on with Litecoin? Well, Litecoin's seen a big run up in price because people are feeling left out of the cryptocurrency express. They try to go into Coinbase. Coinbase having a hard time fulfilling, a lot of their orders for Bitcoin. The blockchain itself for Bitcoin is super sluggish and slow. I think we're still a couple 100,000 transaction backlog, so it's taking so the time to send Bitcoin from place to place taking a really long time, or it's costing a whole lot of money if you want to get it there quickly. So what you're seeing is you're seeing people get into Litecoin. Litecoin, their blockchain doesn't have those problems. Their confirmations are going by really quick, like within seconds, and people are just stocking up on Litecoin. They're like, if I can't get with the best, I'll go mess with the rest. Litecoin is the best of the rest. So yeah, so we got into Litecoin originally 3 weeks ago at $71.69 per Litecoin, and now you see today we're over $300. That's, I mean, you can't beat that type of appreciation in the span of 3 weeks. Ethereum, let's get that ETH. Ethereum, also highly popular, I think number 2 overall on CoinMarketCap. Ethereum also is on the bender. We are now up to $714.36 per ETH, and its 7-day chart also is bananas. I mean, and that's the great thing about cryptocurrencies, that when Bitcoin does well, everyone else seems to draft off of it. So when Bitcoin ran up in price, so did all the other altcoins. 7 days ago, Mom, we were at 427.34. Look at us now, Ma, top of the world, 714.
Oh, wow.
In a week.
That's fantastic.
Now you see why people are like, second mortgaging their houses. I mean, just in their interest alone, they'll be cashing out in like 2 or 3 weeks. It's bananas. Yeah, ETH has done really, really well for us. I was a bit of a holdout on Ethereum. It's been around for a couple years. I don't know why I held out. We got in at $357.42 a coin. We're now at over 700. So that also has nearly doubled in 3 weeks. And a lot of people think,
hasn't Ethereum been around more than a few weeks? It's been around about at least 2-3 years, right?
Yeah, no. Ethereum itself has been around for 2 or 3 years. I'm saying our investment in it has only been around for like 3 weeks. And yeah, Ethereum's great because that's the technology that everyone's making their tokens off of, the ICOs, all those guys. BAT, the basic attention token, that is the currency for the company called Brave, I believe, where they're looking to revamp internet marketing. And as a marketing guy myself, I believe in that, so that's why I follow it. Let's take a look at the 7-day chart, which has been fairly exciting as well. So it actually started at just under 20 cents 20 cents a bat, and now it is up over 23 cents, 24 cents almost, really. And that's also been some exciting growth after about a sluggish week or so. We got in there at 16 cents a bat 3 weeks ago, and now we're all the way up to 24 cents. Another good one to keep your eye on. And they're going to have a lot of good stuff coming out in 2018. If you look at their roadmap on their site, they've got a lot of stuff. Like they'll be launching a lot of their stuff in 2018. So I fully expect that to go, bonkers in, at the very latest, the second quarter of 2018. So a newer one that I reluctantly got into, but I'm glad I did, is Monero. Now this is Dash before Dash. Monero's been out for a minute. They're also a privacy coin. They're up to 311.12. Mother, let me tell you, I got us into Monero actually just like a week and a half ago. Yeah, they actually just about a week ago. I got our first Monero at 221.78, and look at it now, 311.12. It's like 30% in like a week. Monero, it's a very exciting ride. Monero, I know for a fact Monero works because as someone who got caught up in the BitPetite scam, they use Monero to cash out and disappear.
Oh my.
So after seeing that, I knew for a fact that Monero works because they haven't found those BitPetite scammers. So that's when I decided I was going to get some Monero. A week ago, it was at 269.54, and it's increased up to just about 310, 311. It's very, it's a privacy coin. So, if you ever want to, I don't know, evade tax for the government, we'll know what currency you're doing it with. Just kidding, IRS, just kidding. Tax reform, boo. All right, and our last coin in our count, in our weekly coin count, is Storage. I like these guys a lot. A ripoff of Storage, kind of. Johnny Come Lately is named Filecoin. Don't go with those imitators. Go with the originators. Storage has been out here for about 3 years almost. They're Morehouse guys. I believe in it. They're basically a decentralized version of Dropbox. And Storage also has had a little bit of a run, although we are actually, are we upside down? We might be a little, no, actually we got in at 70 cents per Storage 3 weeks ago, and now it's up to 99 cents according to this one. Over its last 7 days, it's had nice little run. It's actually, I actually bought more Storage at $1.12, so we're upside down on that. But I have full confidence the good peeps at Storage will get it together. I mean, like I said, everyone uses the cloud for all sorts of things. It's a great currency because if you're part of the Storage network, you can actually rent out the empty space in your hard drives. Like, for example, I've got like a 5 terabyte hard drive. I'm probably only using about 1.5. So that extra 3.5 terabytes, I could actually rent out to Storage, and they can pay me in Storage tokens for using the extra space for them distributing the files with other Storage users.
How nice is that? That's very nice.
Yeah. Actually, maybe that's my little project when I come home this next week. I'll work on setting up again a node or something to rent out space on my hard drive. That's just free money I'm leaving on the table. Free money. All right. Okay. So that is the coin count, the Tron James honorary coin count. And let's go into our altcoin of the week. Yes. And our altcoin of the week this week is Ripple, good old XRP. And I'm going to, here we go, let's go back over that screen. And Ripple basically is, now I was resistant to Ripple for a while. I didn't quite, it's not like I didn't understand it. I just thought it was a little too centralized by the company, and which Ripple I think is Ripple's the company, and also Ripple is the name of the currency. I thought it was too centralized. I thought it had something to do with banks, and it kind of does. And I didn't really quite get the utility of it until I went on a podcast, Black Republican, Black Democrat, out of the Twin Cities, Patwin Lawrence, and I forget the other gentleman's name. Patwin Lawrence, the Black Republican, and also investment banker, I believe, at Wells Fargo. He owned some Ripple, and he told me that there are about 100 banks that are using it to settle the interbank lending, the daily interbank lending that banks do between each other every day. It's faster, it's more secure, it's open, and And then when he mentioned that market, it's like $1 trillion market, it totally made sense to me. So you've got Ripple out here. So far, only about 100 banks are using it, but it's growing. Amex made a deal last month to use Ripple for UK businesses. Ripple is also being used by Japanese and South Korean banks. And recently, there's also an escrow, and actually, let me bring this up on the screen. There was an escrow of 55 billion XRP by the Ripple company to basically to lock up the supply to make sure that no one in the company floods the market with a bunch of cheap Ripple. No, I don't want to sign up for your newsletter. Okay, and so basically they're saying that they put into a cryptologically secured escrow account to create a sense of certainty for the amount of Ripple at any given time. So they'll kind of like be releasing it as well into the system, so it's predictable. So it's not like one day someone at Ripple decide they want to make a big cash grab and going to like release like 50 billion Ripple. They can't. It's escrowed. So that add a lot of confidence to the market, and it's shot up. I think this announcement was made on the 7th, and over the last 2 days, we've had gains, explosive gains in Ripple where it's literally doubled in value. Probably not a coincidence. So have you heard of Ripple before this, Mom?
No, I don't think so. No,
But
I have not. Until you mentioned it, I didn't know that it existed actually.
Yeah, and Ripple is pretty much Ripple is kind of like the financial sector's toe dip in the waters of cryptocurrency. A lot of these banks actually have full-fledged programs that they're working on, like blockchain this or Bitcoin competitors that. But this is kind of like the a socially acceptable way for banks to try to test out the waters of these payment systems. And to be honest with you, I think it's platforms like Ripple and digital currencies and cryptocurrencies in general, which have spurred on some of the recent innovation in peer-to-peer payments. Because, like, for example, Zelle, Zelle, which allows you to transfer money instantly between traditional fiat bank accounts. I mean, that came on the scene within the last within the last year, and I think it's been that pressure from the ease and usability of cryptocurrencies that's kind of forced them in this direction. So Ripple's out there to make it a little easier for banks to get used to the idea of digital currencies, and I'm glad to own it in our coin portfolio.
How is it doing?
No, it's doubled in value over the last 2 days, Mom.
Oh.
Like literally double. Like went from like 25 cents a Ripple to now 49.50 cents a Ripple in 2 days. And notice the date. This is about a week ago, December 7th. But once this kind of hit the consciousness, it started its upward trajectory, and here we are. Okay, so now we are going to ICO. Did you know?
Everybody got time for that.
Well, I've got time for it because I don't know whose list I got on somewhere, some way, but if you have Bitcoin in your LinkedIn profile or whatever, I get every single cockamamie ICO pitch. It's kind of annoying, but in interest of entertaining y'all, I'm going to share with you one of the new ICOs I'm looking into this week from being on these weird mailing lists, and also we're going to check up on our ICO Did You Know from last week, which was the game flip. We put the question out there, and we'll do a Twitter poll at the end of this podcast as well, where we will ask you whether you think we should invest in the ICO Did You Know of the week. The very first week we had, I believe, Virtue Poker, and it was resounding. There it is. It was resounding, yay! And I'm actually interested in participating in the ICO Virtue Poker. That will be a Q1 2018 type of move. The one from last week is called, was it Game Flip? Yeah, in Game Flip, at Game Flip, we did not have a robust response to our poll, probably because no one heard of it. But of the people who did vote, it was a hell yeah. So we'll keep our eye on Game Flip. This week's ICO Did You Know is Bloom. And let's dig all into Bloom real quick as I share my screen. If I can get my mouse to work. There we go. Let's share my screen. Let's say hello to Bloom. Now, Bloom is looking to disrupt, and that's the term that I kind of hate working in startup tech because we hear it all the time. But Bloom is here to disrupt credit. They basically are taking on the global credit market, which is often fractured and unfair. I know this personally too because I have a foreign investor in Cinema Draft, and when we were even looking at the possibility of her getting additional credit in the United States, they wouldn't because she didn't have a social security number because she's British. So Bloom is looking to cross that international credit divide by having like a international platform for credit that will help reduce identity theft, as all of us have been affected by the ridiculous hacks on the credit agencies, to break up the monopoly of those U.S. credit agencies and their archaic, totally unfair scoring system. I mean, it's bogus, man. You can be penalized on your credit just for looking for credit. Doesn't make any sense. Nuts. So it comes in 3 parts. Oh, well, first of all, let me ask you this, Mom. What do you think of the idea of a revamp to the current credit system?
I think it's definitely something that needs to be done because I think the one that we have now doesn't make any sense, and it does affect people's lives.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, and just to go a little bit further afield, you still have you still have like the whiff of scandal from those was it the London whale trades or the one where they discovered the LIBOR scandal. That's what it was, where they found out that the UK market was basically manipulating the LIBOR rates, which is like that base rate that they build into any kind of credit card or any kind of credit product that you may acquire. They are manipulating LIBOR to get rich off it and charging the rest of the world extra money just to just to line their pockets in order to lend and receive money. It's bogus. So this is great because now we're finally going to have credit on a blockchain where everything's fairly transparent and a degree of anonymity, but yet still provability. And so it's going to be in 3 parts, where it's going to be your Bloom. So it's going to be both a system, kind of like a blockchain, as well as a token, which will be BLT. And so basically, you're going to have it's 3 parts: the Bloom ID, which is which will be your global identity on the blockchain. You're also going to have, there it is, the Bloom ID. Then you're also going to have the Bloom IQ, which will be a reporting system of your debt obligations. And then you're also going to have the Bloom score, which will indicate your likelihood of debt paying ability. And they'll take all those factors in and then spit out a number that you can use to gain credit internationally. And this will really be cool because then you'll also be able to, like, I'm not sure if this will lead to an explosion of international investment. Now there will be like one system internationally for credit, but I would not be surprised. I think this has a lot of unintended consequences we haven't even thought of yet. If this is widely adopted, I think it'll be great. Owners of BLT will be able to help guide the evolution of the protocol. They'll be able to vote on changes to the Bloom score. So if you went in and had like a master node of BLT and had like, I don't know, maybe like 1/2 of 1% of all the BLT out there, Mom, you could, and they made a change to the scoring system, the protocol. You could be like, no, me and my, I don't know, 10 million BLT, are against it, and then it might not actually happen. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
What else? Creditors will have to apply with an application fee in BLT, of course, to be part of the ecosystem. So so if that landlady or your potential landlady who you're applying for credit for, she's gonna actually have to, if she wants to be part of the system and to see your international credit score, she's gonna have to buy some BLT and get with the program. What else? That also people in part of the ecosystem will, instead of like mining, I'm a little unclear if this will be able to be mined, but instead of mining, I think there'll be people who are identity verifiers and risk assessors that'll help keep the system moving, and they'll get paid in BLT. And then also they'll come up with the Bloom card, which will be a kind of like a credit card, which you can help increase your Bloom score. And they also have some interesting things on the roadmap, which include peer-to-peer credit staking. So, for example, Mom, like you could go to one of your knit night ladies and be like, hey, you know, I see you have a Bloom score. Your Bloom score is kind of high. We don't need to go through like a bank. If you want to borrow, you know, 10 grand because I'm bit rich, here, I'll loan you 10 grand in Bitcoin or ETH. You know, or you know, 10, you know, through Bloom, or I'll lend you 10 grand of BLT, which you can exchange for some Ethereum or Bitcoin, and you can be on your way. How cool would that be?
That'd be great.
So now, I mean, so now you don't have to just take your word for it on your friends, like, oh, you know, I'm good for it. No, just go see the Bloom score. It'll be on their blockchain. How awesome will that be? So
Oh,
their
yeah.
ICO is already underway. As you can see, like 18 days left on it. I think, you know, quote unquote, good seats still available. They have a $50 million hard cap. So once they've sold 50 million worth of Bloom, you know, it's gone. And I think the was 50 million hard cap, 150 million BLT total, and then the minimum buy is 0.001 Ethereum, which today, because Ethereum was at that's like $7. Oh wow, that's kind of pricey actually. Hold on, that's not true. I think it's 70 cents. Hold on, 0.001 times 700. Yeah, 70 cents per Bloom per BLT. So you heard it here first. BLT, the Bloom network, Bloom Credit, say hello to inclusive credit, disrupting the credit agencies. I don't know. What do you think about BLT, Mom? Think we should invest?
I think it certainly is a good idea to get in on the ground floor for something so so important.
Yeah, once upon a time, Ethereum was trading at fractions of pennies on the dollar, and right now it looks like, you know, Bloom, it can be had. You know, it looks like Bloom can be had for as little as 70 cents each. I mean, you know, maybe I'll be like my New Year's resolution. I'll buy $100 worth of Bloom and just see what happens.
Yeah, there you go.
See what happens. All right, so as a reminder, we will put up a poll on whether we and yourself should invest in Bloom. That will be at Blacks in Bitcoin on Twitter, so twitter.com/blacksinbitcoin, and definitely weigh in. We'll have that poll up all week and give the results next week during this same segment. Listener giveaway! All right, Ask a BTC Guy. Send me your crypto questions. Of the top 3 questions that we read on the air, we will award $5 in BTC from our Coinbase tipping wallet, our hot wallet, to our top 3 questions. And our first question that we have this week is from Josh. Josh, Josh, a real estate agent at urbanrent.com, says, thanks for getting me in before the Bitcoin prices shot up. Now, can you tell me where to invest my money next? Well, once again, disclaimer, we are not financial advisors over here at blacksinbitcoin.com. We only have speculative opinions and highly biased opinions as a longtime 2013 hodler, but I can only tell you what I've been up to with our portfolio. and what I would recommend is, depending on your tolerance for risk, obviously the simplest thing is to just hodl. That is, hold in Bitcoin speak, and buying, you know, the coins you really believe in, coins that have some utility and you know what they do, like Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, some of those big fast movers. And the great thing about Bitcoin is that while they are making more Bitcoin, it's only coming out at a steady, predictable rate. It'll only be but so many Bitcoins. So definitely, you know, get in now, because in my estimation, it is still very cheap to own Bitcoin. You don't have to have a full Bitcoin, just get, you know, fractions of a Bitcoin, but you can buy and hold that, and that will be great as well. Me personally, as referenced in the notes to this video, I am part of BitConnect. They've been nothing but wonderful for me. I've been averaging about an average of 1.10% a day on my returns. That's an investment platform that, if you would like to learn more about, feel free to go to blacksinbitcoin.com and click the page that says my Bitcoin investment scam, because it really is a cool program. And once you couple the earnings you get from that daily into a compounding program, your profits can rise really, really quick. And then also, and then so between that and my coin portfolio, I think it's a pretty good way to go. There's lots of different types of investment programs out there. I'm taking a long look at USI Tech. That's kind of like BitConnect, but instead of paying you out in US dollars, they pay you out in Bitcoin, which as you can see is even more valuable. So we'll take a long look at that, and I will let you guys know of my adventures along the way. All right, so thanks, Josh. I'll be sending you your, your $5 in BTC shortly. All right. Well, and also, if I think I skipped over this part, if you would like to enter to win $5 in BTC from my tipping wallet, my Coinbase tipping wallet, email me at blacksinbitcoin@gmail.com to enter and win. Do you have a question this week, Mom?
Not really. I just wanted to see how it all shakes out in another week.
Well, isn't this more fun than having like an IRA or a mutual fund? Week to week, it's just so much drama. It goes up, it goes down. It usually mostly goes up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
Good, good. All right, so so we have we have a question from Nisha. Nisha asks, is it too late to buy Bitcoin? And for that, let me refer you over to, once again, the screen share. Let me refer you over to an article I wrote last night, because this, and it's been brewing in me for some time, because this is a question I get asked just about every single day by all the people on the sidelines who are, you know, taking a good hard look at Bitcoin but have yet to really invest. And that is it too late to invest in Bitcoin? Or is it too late to buy Bitcoin? And I say, no, it's never too late to get into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And I have a nice, 6, bullet point rationale for why it's not too late. It's a bit of a long read if you click on all the links and stuff, but it's a worthwhile read. And for those of you who are already about that life, use this, please use this article or this little blog post as ammunition for why it's not too late to invest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. We're just getting started, folks. And I guess I'll highlight one of the reasons why I think it is not. Why it's not too late is because Bitcoin could be and should be worth more than $1 million for Bitcoin in our lifetime. And this is when you start getting into really kind of big picture discussions about, the M1 money supply and the M2 money supply and all these kind of financial terms, which kind of go over my head. But basically, Bitcoin right now is undervalued. And the reason why I say that, Mom, is because we have $350 trillion combined in the markets of money, equities, and real estate that we anticipate will be digitized by the blockchain. So while we had, a good day earlier where we crossed $500 million in total, market cap, which now looks like we're just under $500 million total. There we go. Yeah, just under. Let's see that, or just under $500 million in total market cap. This is nothing compared to, I don't know, was the $5 trillion a day traded on forex exchanges, like foreign currency exchanges, things like that. So we've got a long way to go, and that's why I'm saying it's not too late. It's not too late to get involved in this Bitcoin. Do you get that question, Mom, when people ask you about Bitcoin?
Yep, I do. I do indeed.
So what do you tell them?
Well, I tell them that it has just started on the way up. That it has more to climb. And they look at me at disbelievingly. I said, well, I mean, look at how far it's come in just a few weeks. And then they get surprised, because most people are not, they're not clued into what's going on with Bitcoin anyway. So until very recently.
Yeah, and that's fair enough. And a lot of people see the price of a full Bitcoin, they get kind of,
yeah, they feel they have to, if they can't buy a whole one, they don't want to buy it because they think it's not going to appreciate, but that's not true at all.
No,
that's how I saw
it. Bitcoin's visible to the millionth, to the millionth place. Yeah. So you can buy as little or as much as you want.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, so Nisha, we will send you. Thanks for that question and for giving me a chance to show off my latest blog post. We will be sending you $5 in BTC right after we are done with this podcast. And the last question is from Monique. Should I buy gold instead? And hearing that just hurt my heart. That hurt my heart. Take a look at take a look at this chart. I found this chart on, I think it's mypf.com or something. Basically, this guy went and said and showed the returns you would have made if you'd invested $10,000 in middle of 2010 into these different asset classes. So general commodities, you actually would have lost $4,000 over the last 7 years. The yen, you lost about 2,500. The euro, you're down about 1,900. Silver, you're down, 1,100, 1,200. Gold, you've lost $20. So you've held all these gold bugs. You're like, oh, gold's a store of wealth, a store of value. It is a boring store of wealth. Actually, it's not even a store of wealth. It's a store of status, of statia. It didn't do anything. Actually, it lost you $19 over the last 7.5 years. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. So, but all those gold bugs, you and your gold, I hope you're happy not earning a single penny of interest. And then you get into like some more commodities. The yuan, which is the Chinese yuan, it's you would have made about $400. The U.S. dollar index, you would have made about $700. Stocks and bonds, $1,200. You would have made $2,000. The S&P 500 in these traditional asset classes, you would have basically doubled your money. About your $10,000 would be worth $25,682. Of course, this doesn't take into account inflation or anything. This is, you would have doubled your mid 2010 $10,000 worth of your money at this point. But you look at Bitcoin, and it's not even a contest. $201,553,333. It's like a 2,000,000% return on investment. Now, of course, a lot of people didn't even know about Bitcoin in 2010. I get it. Even if you cut this in half, the time in half, like maybe you invested 3 years ago, whatever. I mean, hell, even 2015 when Bitcoin was trading at $250, I mean, you still would have had more return on investment than all these asset classes combined. It's not even close, Mom. So should Monique buy gold instead, Mom? What do you think?
Of course, it's definitely not.
Yes. Now, diversify your portfolio if you want. I only want stuff that's actually going to make me money. I mean, which is why I mess with BitConnect, which is why I do some other stuff. But even if it's slow and steady, at least it's steady. Gold will lose you money, however little, over the long term. So we're done with gold. We're out of here. But thanks for the question, Monique. We appreciate it. $5 in BTC being sent on your on its way to your Coinbase or from my Coinbase account. No gold, bruh. No gold. All right. Okay, so we're almost done. We're gonna do it for the culture. As you all may or may not know, my background's in entertainment, and I want this section to be about something in entertainment or pop culture that really moved my vessel and highlight someone who's black in Bitcoin. Sometimes it'll be about crypto, sometimes it won't. So this week, because I had so much fun about this, do you know which one I'm going to do, Mom? And not just because you read the rundown?
Which one?
Okay, so for the culture this week, I watched this movie called The Disaster Artist.
Oh, yes.
And I just had way too much fun with this movie. Let me screen share. Let me screen share the IMDb real quick. This movie is nuts, and it's been nominated for Golden Globes and everything. James Franco. This was based off a real life guy, Tommy Wiseau. The character he plays is really long, weird hair. This is James Franco, and this is actually his brother, Dave Franco. So the Franco brothers, on screen together. It is so bad. This guy is crazy, and he has this really weird, accent, which is never fully explained, just like the guy in real life. This guy went out to make a movie, and it's probably one of the worst movies of all time. That's gained cult status, and he talks like this. Oh, hi, Mark. I did not. I did not. And I spent like an evenings leaving voicemails in the voice of James Franco playing Tommy Wiseau. It's incredible. It is so funny, and this movie is so bad. It's amazing. I truly enjoy it. It's the Franco brothers. There they go. Here's Tom. He plays Tommy Wiseau. He plays like his protege and roommate who is kind of along for the ride in this movie. It's just really, really funny. Really, really good. Really, really funny. Yeah, see, he's already won an award for it. I guess James Franco won Best Male Lead at the Gotham Awards. So I highly recommend it. It's called The Disaster Artist. I think it's in limited release. It should probably open up a little wider this weekend, but definitely check it out. Are you interested in seeing the Disaster Artist, Mom?
I certainly am. I am always good for. I'd like to have a laugh every now and then.
Oh,
Mostly.
hi. Oh, hi, Claudette. Hi. I did not. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, so let's bring this sucker in for a landing with the weekly prediction. Now, last week, I predicted BTC at this point would be 18,500. Where are we at this very moment? Let's click a refresh. Just a little bit short. So we were $2,000 off. At one point, we did touch
Well, that's still pretty.
18,500. But yeah, we didn't get there at the time of this taping. So I'm actually going to do a new prediction for next week. We'll see how close I get. This may just be blind optimism, but I think we have another run in this week. I'm going to say that we'll be at 19,000 by the time we tape next Wednesday, just because I'm with that guy who predicted 20,000 BTC by Christmas. Do you have a prediction, Mom? What do you think Bitcoin? What price do you think Bitcoin will be at this time next week?
Well, I think that is probably closer to 20,000. I think really close, above yours.
Oh, so you're going even higher. Mom's bullish.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that it'll be 19.8 or something like that.
Whoa, you heard it here first. The CoinMom said 19,800 by this time next week. If so, I'm, maybe drinks are on me, Mom. All right, so where can you find Blacks in Bitcoin? Go to our site, blacksinbitcoin.com, Twitter @blacksinbitcoin, Facebook, Blacks in Bitcoin. We do have an Instagram that's also, wait for it, Blacks in Bitcoin, but no Snapchat, none of that. Also, please subscribe to this podcast on iTunes, Google Music, SoundCloud, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts from. Also, if you're curious about my fantasy sports style movies game, we are in stealth mode right now, but you can definitely check us out at cinemadraft.co. That is cinemadraft.co, where there's a nice landing page, a lot of information about us, about me and the team. Also, make sure you subscribe to the Blacks in Bitcoin YouTube channel. Thank you, all 5 of you. Mom, are you even subscribed to the YouTube channel?
Yes, of course.
All right, I'll go check the list. I don't think I see you subscribe, but please support the podcast. The easiest way to do that is to give it a 5-star rating on iTunes, to share it with your friends, to share it on social media.
I thought that I thought you said it. Would I subscribe to it? Not if I did already.
No, you should already be subscribed. My mother. What's going on here?
I have other things to do.
Not acceptable, dang it. Well, you know what? Don't be the coin mom. Subscribe to your boy. Help a brother out. The more people who subscribe to this, shoot, the more Bitcoin I can give away in the future. That'd be great. You can also support the podcast by opening up a Coinbase account using my referral link. It is in the description of this podcast. With your first buy of $10 or more, you'll get $10 worth of Bitcoin, and I'll get $10 of Bitcoin. Win-win. Links in the show description as well as on the YouTube page. Oh, look, Mom, in the hour we've been taping this, Ethereum has gone up another 4.5%, trading at $730.45. I love crypto. It changes moment to moment. What do you think about that, Mom?
I think that's fantastic.
We've made money while doing something else. Passive income, only way to be.
Great.
Oh, also feel free to tip me on my blockchain wallet. The description, the address is also in the description. And even more, tell all your friends about the podcast and send me your questions. Once again, I will give out $5 in BTC to the top 3 questions at blacksinbitcoin@gmail.com. The email address again is blacksinbitcoin@gmail.com. Send me your questions. Ask a BTC guy, and we'll get you that Bitcoin out to you post haste. Mom, any parting thoughts? Mom?
Go Bitcoin.
I thought we lost you. So no thoughts, just go Bitcoin. All right, I can dig it. That's what's up. And as we leave every week, as always, if you love Bitcoin, hodl if you hear me.
Huddle, huddle, huddle.
Mom hodls, I hodl.